Te los vemos, ¿eh?
¿Tu desayuno? ¡Tus pantalones!
Didn't your parents, teachers, and friends tell you to study hard, go to university, get a high-paying job, get married, so that you can have a protected and successful life? Well, I did exactly what they told me. I studied hard, went to university, got a high-paying job in IT, married to a beautiful wife, bought a house. I thought, well, that's it. I'm living the perfect life. Until about a year later after I started working, the initial excitement began to fade. Learning experience slowed. Every day began to feel like it's a never-ending cycle. I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, commute, work 8 hours a day at a job I can tolerate, deceive myself that I have sucked a tiny bit of blood out of the entire body of knowledge, go home with no energy left, watch Netflix. And the next day, I wake up at 6, commute, work 8 hours, go home, watch Netflix. The cycle just repeats over and over. Does that sound like you? Confined? Trapped? The curious you have walked apart. You thought you were different from the norm. How come you have become one? Dream? Think it's a childish word? Or you just don't dare say it anymore? I'm sure once in a while there's a tiny voice that tells you to walk away from this modern-day slavery. You're probably wondering if there's a solution to end this never-ending cycle, or not even let it begin. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through an entire different path that uses a whole new equation to lead your life. Millions of people have successfully walked to the end of this path that they don't need to tolerate another day at a corporate job. But I have to warn you, this path is bumpy. It's filled with struggles, and many of you may not reach to the end of the road. But once you did, you will have life experience that may be beyond your imagination. You will have as much time as you want to be with your loved ones. The curious you will be reanimated to let you fulfill your wildest dreams, no matter how old you are. If that sounds interesting to you, then let's not waste any more time. Welcome to Like wealth, society has defined normal for you. Normal is to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, work 8 hours a day at a job you can tolerate, Monday to Friday, save 10%, and repeat for 50 years. Normal is to buy everything on credit. It is the illusion to trust Wall Street and your index fund to make you rich. Normal is to believe a bigger house and a bigger car will make you happy. You are conditioned to accept normal based on society's corrupted definition of wealth. As of August 2020, the average housing price in Toronto is over 1 million Canadian dollars. This is how many years you need to work a job to earn 1 million. Let's say you have a 20% tax rate and you have the discipline to save 10% of your after-tax income. Even with the investment returns, the result is not anything different. You bag your lunch and stop drinking $10 coffee. Eat cheaply and buy everything on clearance. Save your whole life and live frugally for 50 years. The road to wealth society has defined for you has limitations on experience. When you see other people posting on social media, eating at a 5-star Michelin restaurant, live in a luxury hotel, give a talk sharing how they enjoy their work and live in the dream, you're jealous. You think it's unfair because their parents are rich. You wish you could elevate your life experience like them. Society has you believe the wealth is about material possessions and reckless consumption. Truth is, wealth is never about material possessions. When you pay off your mortgage or travel around the world, you don't have to worry about your financial situation. It's a sensation of freedom. It's that you never have to think about, am I able to afford something? It is the freedom to let you explore your wildest interests. It's the freedom to let you spend as much time as you like with your family. From the start, your destination is never about money. Money is just the price of freedom. I wasted a ridiculous amount of my life before obtaining the information I'm about to share with you, and I want you to know this as early as possible in your life. If you stick to the end, your current perception of money may never be the same. How to build wealth, you might ask. Again, society tells you to study hard, go to university, get a high-paying job. But society never tells you that the road you're traveling on is a road to mediocrity. In a job, you sell your precious life for money. Most jobs are designed to have a core group of activities. These activities are repeated over and over again, day after day. After the initial learning experience, the accumulation of knowledge diminished. You hate the office politics. You hop to another job hoping that the people at your new job won't be as corrupted. Unfortunately, no matter where you work, office politics is part of the game. The stage is different, but the actors are the same. When you work at a job, you give the single most important resource of your life to somebody else. This resource is so precious and you would never get it back. Time. Let's look at the equation of wealth society has defined for you. Wealth equals salary plus market investment. And the salary you get depends on your hour worked and the hourly rate of pay. What's wrong with this, you wonder? Perhaps you're fine with your reality. Perhaps there's no way of changing and you have to follow the path for the time being. If that's the case, there's nothing to worry about. The most you get from this video may be a little entertainment and changing perspectives. But for those of you who have the desire never have to worry about money again, I assume you want to make a lot of money and in as short amount of time as possible. Then this equation of making money will never get you there. This plan is a failure because the plan is time-bound and based on the factors you cannot control. Can you control your employer? Can you control your salary? Can you control anything about your job, including your stingy 3% annual pay raise, to merely keep up with inflation? What about market investment? What's wrong with that? Warren Buffett says compound interest is powerful. $10,000 invested today growing at a 15% rate will be worth $2.5 million in 40 years. What your financial guru didn't tell you is that 15% return for 40 years is impossible. Not mentioning inflation will make your $2.5 million worth far less in 40 years. And in this 40 years, you're forced to save and restrict your life experience. Life is best enjoyed while you're healthy, vibrant, and full of energy. Not in its twilight after 40 years, 50 hours work weeks have grinded your dreams into surrender. You need to stop trading time for money. You need to find a way to let money flow in, even if you're not working. Look at Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla, Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple, and all other millionaires and billionaires. How did they do it? What is it that they know and you don't? What if there is the other side of the coin you're not being shown? What you may not know is, when you were born, you were immediately put into the wrong team. Team consumer, from the day you were born, you were put into this team. You asked for Barbie doll, monster truck, and Star Wars figures. You've been conditioned to demand, to want products, and of course, to seek out the cheapest of those products. This consumer focus acts like a gravitational pull and immediately puts you on the wrong team. Losing team uses losing playbook. Playing for a losing team, you're stuck with this losing playbook. It's time to switch yourself to the producer team. When you see an advertising message that intrigues you to buy something, instead of comparing prices on Amazon, think about how the company makes money. What psychological tactics are used? What processes are involved to offer such products or services? To switch teams and become a producer, you need to start taking control instead of waiting for orders. You need to be an innovator and entrepreneur. Now pay close attention here because what I'm about to show you may change your perspective on money forever. If you want to make money, stop chasing money. Focus on people's problems and the solutions to those problems. How much money you make reflects the perceived value by the people around you. Think about the problems Uber solves for traditional taxi. No phone calls to grumpy dispatchers. No painful conversations explaining to a distressed cab driver where to go. No worry for change or not enough bills in your wallet. One tap and a car comes to you. Your driver knows exactly where to go, and payment is completely cashless. When you have a business system, you survive the constraint of time. No matter if you are awake or asleep, your business system is making money for you, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But be careful here. In order to create wealth in a short amount of time, you need your solution to leverage both time and scale. Quit your job as a teacher and offer private lessons? Congratulations, you just got another job disguised as a business because you're still trading time for money. Open up a local restaurant? No, because your solution bounds to the area and community around you, which is not scalable. What about a franchise? That is more scalable. If you want to make money fast, you need to ask yourself, how many lives have I touched? How much value have I created? The more people you help, the richer you become in time, money, and personal fulfillment. Here is the billionaire's equation to wealth. Wealth equals business profit plus asset value. You earn your income by business systems and investments. You create something from nothing and give birth to assets and make them valuable to the marketplace. You understand life is what you make it. Your financial plan is entirely your responsibility. Your dreams are worth pursuing, and you understand it will take time and money to make those dreams come true. These mind posts formulates the richest lifestyle. It drives action. Now you might be wondering, starting a business? No way, I know nothing about business. Or you're thinking all markets are saturated, I have no opportunities. Or you're just eager to know how to start. Now it's time for the final step. Perhaps you're thinking, how can I compare it to the likes of Jeff Bezos or Steve Jobs? Truth is, you don't need to, or you're free to have that ambition. There are billions of successful businesses out there helping people. Content creators, software companies, distribution systems, online communities, the list goes on. The problem is, when people think of starting a business, they think they must come up with big revolutionary ideas. Ideas that have not been thought of yet, ideas that have not been done before. But let me tell you this, forget the big ideas. Coffee has been around for thousands of years when Howard Schultz invented the Starbucks concept. Is that a new idea? Well, I don't think so. Starbucks created a brand to make coffee fashionable, that's it. It created an emotion and attached it to coffee. There are no opportunities left for me, you might wonder. Everything I can think of, somebody else is already doing it. No opportunity is left for me. But what if I told you opportunities are everywhere? Opportunities are rarely about something that has not been done before. It's about making the solution better. Have a look around. What are people complaining about? Opportunity. What are they stressed about? Opportunity. What are inconvenient for them? Opportunity. What makes them uncomfortable? Opportunity. Successful businesses are rarely about legendary ideas. They take existing concepts and make them better. They take poorly met needs and improve the solution. So what are some legit ways to get wealth? Import goods from China and sell it on Amazon? Buy a franchise and be your own boss? Invest in real estate in the stock market? Are there anything wrong with these statements? Not really, but they only tell a tiny fraction of the story, a tip of the iceberg. They address the idea, nothing else. But most of what creates wealth is included not in the idea, but in the else part. Businesses succeed on actions, not ideas. If you're spending 90% of your time coming up with ideas, you're doing it all wrong. Your success relies on your execution. Wealth is like health, isn't easy. Both are cut from the same fabric with identical processes. They need discipline, sacrifice, persistence, commitment, and delayed gratification. Education also plays a crucial role. The moment you stop learning, the moment you stop growing, constant expansion of knowledge and awareness is critical of wealth creation. The road to wealth is bumpy. It is filled with ups and downs. It is filled with constant battle between the two of you, the you who wants to give up for the 100th time, and the you who stands up to give one more shot. Perhaps many of you won't make it to the end of this road, but for the ones that do, it's time for your reward. The price to freedom, money, is not anymore an issue. You're free to explore your wildest interests. You spend as much time as you like with your beloved family. You couldn't be happier. You're living in the dream. When you look back, all the sleepless nights, all the struggles, it's all worth it. Thank you guys for making it to the end. You guys are awesome, but don't click away just yet. If you like this video, please smash that like button. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. I try to make the content as in-depth as possible and as entertaining as possible. So try to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss my next video. My name is Alvin Jane. I make videos exploring my interests about economics, business, and investing. Well, thank you again for hanging on to the end. I really appreciate it, and I won't waste any more of your time. Have a wonderful day, and hope to see you soon. Cheers.